Toot toot, everybody!
Toot
It's Big Hal and Possum. I'm Big Hal Dottie.
I'm a big old possum, son.
He sure is.
Gee-whiz.
Biggest one I ever saw.
Me too.
Yeah, you ain't seen nothing your size.
I've seen nothing my size.
You've seen you're the biggest thing you've ever seen.
I'm the biggest thing I've ever seen.
This is gonna be a fun show.
Yeah.
He's just agreeing with me and saying everything I say back to him.
You got it.
Back to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, join us over here in the chat. Give us a toot toot. Let us know where you're tooting from, of course.
I
as
need
always.
to know about your neck of the woods.
We like to know whereabouts you're tooting from.
Tell us about your neck.
Tell us about your neck. Tell us about your chest. Tell us about your tummy.
Oh, please.
Tell us all about your tummy.
Tell me a tale about your tummy.
All right, we got a toot toot from Unthinking Oaf. Toot toot to you. Like the cut of your jib, Unthinking Oaf. Stewed says toot toot. Dilius29 says toot toot.
Toots all around.
Yeah,
On the
everybody's
house.
here. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to party. Everybody knows what's going down tonight. What are we doing tonight, Mr. Possum?
Oh, I think we're going to have some kind of a Christmas thing we're doing.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a shit.
Who? Listen to you.
Who gives a
Listen
shit?
to you.
I hate Christmas.
Wow.
Hate it.
What a Scrooge we got over here. What a Scrooge. Let's see if we can warm Mr. Possum up here tonight. Let's talk about something that everybody loves around this time of year, around this great season of ours that we call the holiday season, and that's money. Let's talk about money.
Okay, let's talk about money.
You ready to talk about some money?
You know it.
Well, we got some donations. We have received some donations over here on our Streamlabs / Big Hal and Possum. Now, Dilius, our well-known guff merchant over there in the chat, has told me that it's actually / Big Hal, and it's streamlabs.com / but I don't think it is. I think it's a backslash. It looks like a backslash to me. What do you think that looks like?
You can never be sure.
Who defines these things? I think you pick what makes the most sense for you when it comes to whether that slash is backward or forward.
You gotta find your truth.
You gotta find your truth. And that's what the holiday is all about. And we would like to thank some of our biggest donors as was happened on the show a couple weeks ago. We got fired by our financier.
Yep, kicked right off the teat.
Yep.
Get off my teat. Wipe your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Taken from the warm teat out into the cold world. Just kicked right out the coal chute.
That's right.
And so we're very grateful if anybody donates to us over at streamlabs.com / Big Hal and Possum. And who gave us money, Mr. Possum? Who gave us money?
Oh, Dilius gave us lots of money.
Ooh.
Thank you, buddy. I know that you come across as cross, but you're a giver.
Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
But you're also Christopher Kringle.
And J.
In terms of giving.
Gave us some money. Thanks, J. Chiz.
Thank you very much to Jay Chiz. Got to put a compliment down for the show as well. Hopefully Jay Chiz is recommending all his family and friends check out Big Hal and Possum.
It's appropriate for everybody.
It's a
Literally
good show.
Everybody.
Just park your kids right in front of Big Hal and Possum. Make sure they have a phone so they can call in, because we need more people calling in.
We got a donation from Stewed.
Oh, Stewed.
Toot toot.
Toot toot Stewed. Thank you for the donation. That's great.
It warms my heart to be given stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mostly just giving a bunch of grief.
It does not take much to warm your heart, Mr. Possum, because it's so cold. It's just so darn cold.
Because I sleep outside. Don't make it seem like a character flaw.
No, I think it's because you're kept alive by some kind of weird dark magic that a witch put in a box.
You can never be sure, you know?
Yeah, well, you do have to find your own truth inside yourself. Like they say. Like rich people are always talking about. So, what do we got going on in the chat? Jay Chiz is here!
Big old toot toot from Jay.
Big old toot toot.
Okay.
And, Unthinking Oaf says a lot of good jibs in here tonight. I agree. It's a beautiful landscape of jibs.
Oh, it's a cornucopia. It's spilling out with tasty jibs.
It sure is. It sure is. Dilius29 says, agree to disagree. I think that's about the // thing. I'm glad that we're agreeing. Glad that we're agreeing there's no answer. Malamars says, well, I think there's a couple of dudes going like this. Like that. It's going like that.
Oh, yeah.
Malamar says, toot, 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 toot to you. Jay Chiz says, my pleasure.
Oh, they're saying nice
bless you to each other. I love that.
Oh, Christmas is so magical. People
it's like
nice to each other for a little while. Oh,
it's like watching your child hand their sibling a gift or doing something thoughtful or caring for their sibling. That's what it's like seeing good cheer spread around in the chat.
It warms
That's how
my
I
heart.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, warms your heart, doesn't it?
I said fart.
What?
Big House hates farts, so sometimes I make him say it. That one didn't work at all.
Sneaking blue humor into the show. Blue, not even potty humor, just butt humor.
You don't fart in the potty?
I do. I have respect. But I'm saying when you talk about farts, you're talking about something that happens just all over the place, just rudely, callously.
True.
It's not even potty humor. It's not even reserved for that.
Yeah.
It's everywhere humor.
Let's talk about our aches and pains of the week briefly.
Aches and pains of the week!
I'll go first, buddy.
Yeah.
I got to smelling real bad, and the wife made me go to the groomer.
How did she know that you were smelling extra bad?
We sleep together.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's no secrets in the bed. If somebody smells bad.
Yeah.
So she made me go to the groomer. They cut my nails, and they were real rough.
Oh, I hate that.
Hate that.
I hate when my groomer cuts my nails.
And they dumped a bucket of water over my head, and they took pictures of me because I looked all pitiful and kind of skinnier than usual.
Oh, my God. There's probably some possum meme account out there that's sharing pictures of you right now.
Oh, my God.
Going, when the DJ plays a tune I don't like.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing with your picture right now.
I know they're doing it.
Oh, man.
And then they blow dry me all, and it's hot. They're sitting there talking to each other, and they hold the blow dryer in one place. Like to burn my skin off. And I keep saying, quit that. And they think that's funny.
Yeah, they do.
Because they think my voice is funny. I'm getting burnt.
Yeah.
And then they put this god dang Christmas handkerchief on me. And they laughed at that. I don't like Christmas.
Look at this. Look at this Christmas handkerchief.
Got a little Santa.
Look at that. What I love about having a little furry pet like this is that they don't know how to take the bandana off. So if they hate it, they just have to keep wearing it. It's pretty funny.
Remember last week when that whole
funny.
pet talk kind of backfired on you?
Pet talk.
Pet talk.
Pet talk.
Yeah, pet talk.
Yeah, that's one of our shows on our channel here. Pet talk.
Long story short, Big Hal gets to talking like I'm his pet. All of my body problems become his fault, and I can get him locked up for animal neglect. Better, you're my buddy.
That's true. That's true. Better to skirt that line. That narrow line we all share with the, the more slovenly of the people we know, where we ride right between them being our pet and being our beloved friend, our beloved buddy.
Ride that snake.
We just ride that snake, the way like Kevin Smith's friends do, where they're just like, you're not quite a pet.
They don't want to own him.
They don't want to own him. They just want to, they'll be like, yeah, you're my buddy. You're definitely my buddy, but you don't sleep here. You don't have a hutch here at the house. Because we'd have to clean we'd have to clean the sawdust out of it and stuff.
Kevin Smith's little hutch.
All right, so my ache and pain of the week. Very simple.
Do tell.
Very simple. I got a splinter this week.
Oh, poor baby.
I did.
Where'd you get it?
Right in my finger. Right there.
Were you trying to pick Pinocchio's nose?
No, I was not trying to pick Pinocchio. Does Pinocchio have nostrils?
You trying to finger
Looks
his
like
butt?
he's just like a... No.
Well, somebody's nose is growing and it ain't Pinocchio's.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I got you.
Wow.
I got you, but good.
No, I was working hard at my job, my day job, that I had to get because the two of us really botched our patronage with the Grease Corps owner, Daddy Greasebucks.
And what's your day job?
Oh, just chopping down trees mostly.
Oh, you're an urban lumberjack?
I'm an urban lumberjack.
So tight.
Yeah.
How many trees you cut down today, you big son of a bitch?
I cut down 20 trees.
20
today,
trees?
Awesome. Yep. Well, I got to do 20 a day. Or I don't. They won't let me leave. They won't let me leave the area until I cut down 20 trees. That's how it works for a lumberjack, for an urban lumberjack.
Got yourself a good job.
Yeah.
So he said, who dresses an animal in Christmas clothing, right? Mm-hmm. The kind of people that give possums a bath for money.
Well, you skipped right over. Stude says it looks nice.
Thanks.
I agree. It looks very nice. Warms my cockles of my heart to see that.
I'm glad I can warm your cockles.
And let's see. Beautiful handkerchief, says Unthinking Oaf.
Thanks.
Sounds more like your, I will call you Thoughtful Oaf from now on.
Don't you do that.
And Delia says he fingered him good, I think. Well, agree to disagree, Delius. I'm stumbling over my tongue more than usual this evening.
That's an aches and pain.
Yeah.
Tongue stumble.
Tongue stumbling.
That's a good Silverchair album. Tongue stumble.
Man.
Unreleased.
Talk about making that water hard to drink. My tongue is stumbling. Woo.
Unreleased follow-up to Frog Stomp.
Yeah. All right.
Tongue stumble.
Stude says that grease deal went real bad. Yes, it did.
Shooey.
I was so used to getting those getting free samples of all the grease products. I can't tell you how dry my shoes and boots and belts are, not having access to that sweet daddy Greasebucks grease.
Yeah, I miss putting that on my body so I could fit into the pipe that leads to my home.
Right.
I get stuck.
Because you got a Shawshank into your home every night.
Every night I Shawshank into my home.
Every night.
And I used to be able to greasy shimmy in there. Now I just get stuck like an old dry turd.
Yep, it's true.
The floor of Kevin Smith's hutch is insulated with shredded jorts and hockey jerseys to keep him comfy, says Unthinking Oaf.
You did such a diligent reading of that. I appreciated that.
Thank you.
And I'm sure Thoughtful Oaf did as well. I know. We're going to do something fun. So Aches and Pains of the Week is over. I've got Stumble Tongue and a Splinter. And you're as clean as you've ever been in your life. That's a real pain.
Yeah.
But let's see. What do we have? We have something special.
Something special?
We have something.
What could it be?
We have something special tonight.
Oh.
Let's try this out. Whoa! What's this? Look at us!
Oh!
Look at us!
I'm a little goblin.
I'm Santa Claus. Let me just turn towards you. I'm Santa Claus.
I work for you.
Yeah, you do. You're my little employee.
When's my break?
You don't get one. It's Christmas Eve.
So I'm a servant.
Yeah, well, yeah. But like a magical servant, so labor laws don't apply to you.
Cool.
You guys haven't unionized.
I make fun things, though, right? Do we make fun toys?
You do make lots of fun toys that you don't get to play with.
Oh.
You're searched every few hours to make sure that you're not touching, holding, or playing with any of the toys.
Well, that's fair. I shouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, you wouldn't work very hard if you were happy. I don't know if you know this about the way civilization works.
Yeah. I get all complacent and lazy. Good job, Santa.
Yeah, I'm really a good leader. You can tell. Oh, I'm drifting a little bit out of my head hole.
Yeah, your face sometimes falls out of your hole.
I really like the way that your fangs pop out, pronounced like that. Sticking out of that little elf down there.
I'm the thing of nightmares.
You really are. Oh my God.
Disney told everybody, hey, put your kids in front of the TV. We got this horse show.
Oh, okay, kids, come join us for Santa's Fun Shop.
I won't bite you. Santa will.
Come work with my terrifying friend here. He'll show you the ropes.
I have ropes.
What are the ropes of working in Santa's factory, Mr. Possum?
Well, first of all, you gotta sleep with the foreman.
Who's that?
George Foreman.
Wow, cool.
He works here.
That's a cool job for him.
It's not anything but crooked.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Let's go to another one. Let's check out, what's this? Oh, look at that. Oh, Hey!
I'm another Christmas demon.
All right, our dynamic has shifted quite a bit here.
Cool.
Because I'm like, what's her name? Little Cindy Lou Who? Is that her name?
Sure.
Cindy Lou Who, right? And then you're like, wow, you've managed to make the Grinch even more scary.
That's the Grinch?
That's the Grinch.
Okay, I thought I was like a pile of pistachio pudding. Sassy.
Yeah.
That stance. So I'm the guy that steals stuff in your house.
Yeah. Hey, hi there. You look like Santa Claus. Are you here to play with me and give me toys?
Yeah. Leave the room. I'm gonna take your shit.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Here, you forgot this ornament I've got here. That's the size of my body.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
Extremely small.
I'm still gonna rob you blind. Walk away.
Wait, I'm supposed to warm your heart somehow, I think. It's been years since I've seen this.
Oh, it's a little warmer. Hey, take this knife and go wake up your parents. They'll think it's funny.
They'll think it's funny if I stand... Should I stand over them with the knife?
Stand beside them and say, "Oh, Mommy, Daddy, I had a terrible dream," but then have that knife in your hand. Mm-hmm. See you later.
Ooh, I got an itchy eye, but I can't drop this ornament. All right, let's do another one.
Oh. I'm a cookie.
Hey, I think I'm Frosty the Snowman. I got a magic hat on.
Cool.
And that's given me enough form to be able to hold a box. I have enough. I won't. My snow won't flake away if I try to touch anything.
Hey, Frosty.
Yes, sir.
You're getting that box wet.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I am, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what they say about me? Always getting that box wet.
Oh shit, yeah. Merry Christmas. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
I'm a cookie, but I've got a bow tie on.
You're a cookie is what you are.
I've got a couple of cookies. Got a couple little cooks for my buttons. Unless those are two vertical nipples.
Those are both nipples. Those are purple nipples.
Oh, did you give me those?
I did, with my magic hat. Now, see, what I can do with this magic hat is I can travel around to different places and make different Christmas-related things alive.
Oh.
Like a cookie or a box. This box is also alive.
It is?
Yeah.
Why it ain't saying nothing?
Yeah, well, I didn't give it any language or any ability to speak.
What's his name, Boxy Brown?
Yeah, it's just, Bugsy Brown. That's right.
Kind of slutty.
It's as slutty as we want it to be, man. We gave it life.
Love it.
We give it values in life. All right. Now look at this. See, this our dynamic's good here because we're like on an even par. We're both children on Santa's lap.
I don't like it here.
Look at Santa. Santa's like, oh, I got these two knuckleheads.
He seems to be looking at me more like, what's this piece of shit doing
What's
on my
this?
lap?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this weirdo. All right.
Are we missing stuff in the chat?
We are. I keep seeing the chat just like blowing up.
I just can't move my head to look at it.
But yeah, it's hard. See, my hand's frozen up like this, like I'm going, Santa!
That works, right?
Santa! Oh, Santa! Yeah. It kind of looks like Santa's about to throw me in that fire.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
He's contemplating it. He's like, oh, it's been too long since I've ignored the call of children flesh burning on the Yule. Or something.
It's been too long. Yeah, he misses it. He misses that smell.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so what's going on in the chat over here?
Well, we got Dilly is a surprised I can read.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's an old country bossum.
Uh-huh.
Dude says I usually don't like the holidays, but this is great. Hey, how about that compliment? How about that?
Yeah. Thank you, Stude.
Ruski Man, 1922, said something in Russian. I don't speak that. He says, how are you? Maybe it was how are you in Russian. Hello.
Whoa.
Jay Chiz says, is this the real Grinch?
We got a Russian commenter in the chat. That's cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It seems cool.
It does seem cool.
We are friends so far. Jay Chiz, is this the real Grinch? Yeah, that was the real Grinch, for sure.
Yeah, I would say Mr. Possum here is, in fact, the real Grinch.
Yeah, it's pretty real. I definitely take stuff from you, and I don't like you.
Yeah. All right.
I live in something of a mountain house above your town. It's a dumpster.
Yeah. Well, and you hate Christmas.
Well, hey, little boy, what are you asking for from this old bag of shit?
Are you asking yourself a question there?
Asking you.
Well, all right, look, I don't want to be too normative here, but I appear to be a little girl.
Hey, little girl, what are you asking for Christmas from this old bag of shit?
I would like him very much to not toss me into that fire.
I'll bet you would.
I would like another year of life, please, before Santa throws me into the fire.
Oh, look at you begging. Begnog. Santa loves it when you begnog for your life.
Begnog.
He loves that. And it worked. He's not going to burn you.
All right. Santa's eyebrows seem to connect to his beard. That is true. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy looking.
It is crazy looking.
Look at that. Maybe the whole beard is just grown from eyebrow hair.
He's like one of them great apes. Is Santa Claus the northern Sasquatch?
He is a Squatch.
Is that a
that's
conspiracy
canon.
theory?
That's for real. Santa is in fact a Squatch.
I believe that. He can live in the northern temperature. He's got strange facial hair. A lot of followers.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
He's hard to photograph.
Yeah.
He's very generous like a Squatch.
Some people don't believe in him.
He's a generous lover like a Squatch.
Yeah. He comes down your chimney.
Wonderful
like a Squatch.
Wonderful dancer like a Squatch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Loves children. I'm sold.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a Squatch. So I think that was it for the. Did we get all of these? Let's see. We had that one.
Yeah, we got them all.
Yeah, we got them all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are fun, right?
Did you enjoy our visual
I had a good
change-up?
time.
I had a great time.
Yeah, we just took y'all on a little voyage. Give us a toot if you enjoyed that. If you'd like to see more, you'd like to see us go to more varied, exotic locales, like we're in a softcore porno or something.
What the locale?
Locales are
Diet food?
yeah.
Diet.
It's
Dude,
locales are just exotic locales are those they're in the health food department of your grocery store. It's a frozen locale dinners.
So like a healthy choice is a locale.
A healthy choice can be an exotic locale if it's got a little like cumin in it or something.
Yeah.
You know?
But if you're from India, then the exotic locale would be just a little cracker.
Just an Alfredo.
Yeah, Alfredo.
A locale Alfredo, which is probably not very good if I think about it.
Can we call it Localfredo?
Localfredo! That's my brother who betrayed me down in Cuba. Localfredo.
I knew it was you, Calfredo. Knew it was you.
Hey, Mr. Possum!
Hey, Big Al!
I heard you decorated your house for the holidays.
I sure did.
So you're getting into the season.
No, Al, I hate it. I hate decorating.
You hate decorating, so why do you do it?
Well, I've got this long-standing rivalry with my neighbor.
That's neighbor Todd, right?
Ugh.
You got neighbor Todd?
Neighbor Todd. His lights and decorations, they get bigger and bigger every year. So then mine have to get bigger and bigger, or I'll never hear the end of it from my wife.
Oh, I see. The wife.
You see the wife?
I see that the wife is an issue, and also that you not wanting to look like you can't provide for her as much as neighbor Todd can.
Yeah.
I see that is the issue.
Yes.
I don't see your wife right now.
Okay, we'll get back to that. So the other day I come home and Todd's got 8 reindeer out there. 8. Lights covering every inch, Santa in his snow globe, Snoopy flying that little plane.
Right.
Elves playing poker. The whole deal.
Right.
So I drag out my reindeer and my lights, and I put out Santa in a hot air balloon. I got Charlie Brown with angel wings. Come on. I got the snow monster from Rudolph.
Oh. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. So next day, I come home and neighbor Todd has 9 reindeer. And
9 reindeer?
He's got the Grinch. He's got Frosty the Snowman. He's got Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck he's put up there.
Yeah, famous Christmas character Scrooge McDuck.
Jeez.
So now I gotta do more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I put out 2 more reindeer.
Uh-huh.
I put out Emmett Otter.
Oh, good one.
I put out the leg lamp from Christmas Story.
Classic.
I put out Cartman from South Park.
Of course.
Famous Christmas
Famous
character.
Christmas character Cartman from South Park.
Yeah. And then the next day, neighbor Todd's got 11 reindeer now. He's got ice skating penguins.
11 reindeer.
Right, he's got a gremlin in a Santa suit.
Damn, that's cool.
He's got an animatronic Colonel Sanders.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going, shoo, he'd like to ruin me with this crap. I might as well just hand him my damn billfold.
Yeah.
But I gave it a shot. I put out 2 more reindeer.
Uh-huh.
I put out Jack Skellington.
Of course.
I put out Goofy driving a dog sled.
Yeah.
I put out Tiny Tim crawling out of a little grave.
Tiny Tim crawling out of a grave, huh?
You know, famous chronically ill Christmas character Tiny Tim.
That sounds like a real good one.
Yeah. They weren't over, though. Next day I come home and you can't even see neighbor Todd's house and all that stuff up there.
Neighbor Todd.
Now he's got 13 reindeer. He's got the Roberts from Home Alone.
Okay.
He's got the Penguin from Batman Returns. He's got Reese Witherspoon from 4 Christmases.
Wait. He's got an inflatable Reese Witherspoon from 4 Christmases.
It's huge.
In his house, in his yard.
Yeah, this is huge. This Reese is obese, baby.
Wow. Big old Reese.
Yeah, big old Reese.
All right. Okay.
What can I do, Big Hal?
I don't know. Are you going to give up?
No, I did not give up yet. I put out 2 more dang reindeer. I put out Cousin Eddie.
Good one.
I put out Jar Jar Binks. I put out the Titanic boat sinking.
Sure, of course.
I put out, it's a cold million.
Yeah.
I put out the animatronic dog, the bounty hunter.
Animatronic dog, the bounty hunter. Classic.
Now that's a Halloween decoration, but I was getting desperate. I was getting bottom of the
Right.
barrel.
Did you put a little Santa cap on him at least?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Like he just hunted down Santa for a bounty and stole his clothes like a Terminator.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that is some serious decorating.
Yeah, I know. So that night, neighbor Todd comes by and he's looking all sad.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking he's given up. And I've won the decoration rivalry.
Sounds like it.
But he goes, Mr. Possum, I've put the entirety of my Christmas bonus and 2 months' salary into these decorations. My family won't be receiving any gifts. And instead of a feast, we'll be eating cold beans out of a can. That's how he talks. Good God, Todd.
I feel like everybody you talk to talks like that.
Why is that? I hate it.
It's just your people impression, I think.
Maybe everybody's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's talking about family eating cold beans out of a can, and I'm thinking, well, I guess I won. I broke his family, you know. But he just keeps talking.
Uh-huh, yeah.
How do we get to this, Mr. Possum? He says. How did we turn this season into a competition? This isn't what's supposed to be about. Who has the best decorations? It's supposed to be about good cheer and generosity.
Uh-huh.
Not spectacle, but largesse.
Not spectacle, but largesse. That's, that's quite a good message from neighbor Todd, I got to say. So what did you say to that, Mr. Possum?
I said, largesse shit. If Christmas season's about who's got the largest size, I'm gonna have to gain 40 pounds. Toot-toot.
Toot-toot. Where's the toot-toot? There it is. Man, you did that last line in one breath. It was impressive.
It's how Kenny Rogers would have it.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's what happened with you and neighbor Todd.
Yeah, it's real character, neighbor Todd.
Yep, definitely a real guy. And we got a bunch of toot toots. We got a hashtag LocAlfredo from Delius29. Love LocAlfredo. We'll have to bring him on the show sometime. I'll have to rekindle my relationship with LocAlfredo.
You should. I'd love to hear about his inner turmoil. Made a creamy pasta, but you can't have none.
Yeah.
I made a creamy pasta, but I can't have none. I'm a LocAlfredo. I think that's something.
That's a good hook. That's made a creamy pasta,
but I can't have none.
LocAlfredo. I wish I had the. I don't have any plucking strings over here. We could make a dang song out of that right now. But instead of that, we'll just have to go to a break. And when we come back, we got a special guest tonight. We got a. Who's this guy? We got coming in?
Well, we have the one and only Pitt Beauchamp.
Pitt Beauchamp is going to be here. You've seen him, of course, on the television. He's one of these guys that stands by the parade and tells you what's going on, like the Macy's Day Parade and stuff.
Yeah, he's great.
He's like a cold weather parade correspondent.
Yeah.
You've seen him. Pitt Beauchamp.
Pitt Beauchamp.
It's going to be on the show here in a second. So let's check in with the dogs, shall we?
Yes, toot toot, Hojo.
Oh, yeah. Toot toot. Hojo, toot toot to everybody in the chat. Stick with us. We got a great guest coming up. This is Big Hal and Possum. Toot toot!
Toot toot, we are back with Pitt Beauchamp.
Yeah, we are live. We are live in the bowels of a cellar, Kirk, and I'm having a great time. Yeah, I'm on location. We are doing a fantastic job here tonight. Yeah. I got to tell you that we are live, and that is you can just feel my heart racing, Kirk. I'm having the time of my life.
So Pitt Beauchamp is here. How you doing, Pitt?
Pitt Beauchamp here, doing all right, living my life like it's golden. I have gone on vacation before, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, okay, great.
And, you know, there are a lot of people out there who think that that's not the truth. I'll be the first to tell you, it is the absolute truth, okay?
Okay, all right.
Pitt Beauchamp, where did you go on vacation?
Pitt Beauchamp here, you know, I went on vacation. I went on vacation at vocation school. I went and I learned how to do this. I was a live correspondent. What'd you say, Kirk? Yeah. Now I'm talking to the big possum. I was on live. I went to learn how to be a live correspondent, and I tell you what, it was the vacation. There was nothing but trees, people, and roads as far as the eye can see.
That doesn't sound like a vacation.
Yeah,
that sounds
it was a beautiful time.
That sounds like a job or like a school, maybe. That sounds more like a school, maybe.
He had a vacation. That's adorable.
Vocation vacation.
Yeah.
That's what we should just call the first 20 years of life, I think. So Pitt Beauchamp, you look a little cold, I gotta say. You look a little actually like chilly. Like it's is it cold? Is it cold here for you?
Yeah, Big Hal, I gotta tell you, it is cold. It is a frigid, ice glacial spatial down here.
But it doesn't have it. Let me guess, it doesn't have your spirits down at all.
Oh
right?
No! You couldn't keep my spirits down even if you had helium.
Right.
You know, there's
helium.
funny. Yeah, listen, if you want to try to keep my spirits down, you're gonna have to tie it up with helium, because that's how gravity works. And I think we all are fans of that. Isn't that right, Susan?
Pitt Beauchamp with some very confusing science.
Pitt Beauchamp here.
Pitt Beauchamp should have gone on a science vacation I think, to find out what helium does.
It's fine. Helium, my body doesn't float with helium. It's
we all float down here in the void, Mr. Beauchamp.
Okay, what'd you say, Susan? Susan's body doesn't float either.
Yeah.
She doesn't float either.
Hey, so Susan.
Yeah, Susan. Yeah, no, there's a big one. Yeah, you want to talk to him?
Speaking of,
hey, Susan.
Yeah, she can hear you. We're live.
Oh, we're on TV.
Yeah, we're live.
Pitt. Speaking of floats,
Pitt Beauchamp here.
Speaking of floats, what's like? You've been to a lot of parades, I assume, right? You've seen a lot of parades.
Ooh, cool.
What are some of the best? What are some of the best floats you've seen at parades?
Sure, yeah. All the parades I've been to, they all have floats, and Thomas the Train Engine, he's never there. But the
Thomas the Train Engine, famously called.
Yeah, but the one that I really enjoy is Franklin the Tire Tracks. It's an interesting thing. They tried to mix two things together, and it doesn't really work. But they float. You put helium in them, and unlike Pitt Beauchamp, they float straight up to the sky. And I'll tell you what, you have to get up really early to be able to work with them. And it is not easy. It is work that takes effort. You have to get all of the carnies together in one space and say, let's fill up this thing with helium. Let's walk down the street and let's make sure that we do it all in the same time. And I tell you what, it is not easy. So those people don't get paid a lot, but man, do they work hard.
Well, Pitt Beauchamp.
Back to you, Kurt. Huh?
Maybe you can help me with this nightmare that I had.
Okay, all right.
I had a vivid nightmare the other night where I was at the Macy's Day Parade. You ever heard of that?
Sure, yeah, I've been there many times.
And I'm on the streets, and I've got my big lollipop, and I'm just having a time.
Okay.
And then I see a Garfield float go by. Someone throws an arrow at it.
Sure.
Pops it. And
shoots an arrow or throws an arrow?
I don't know. They pierced Garfield with an arrow. And then all this.
Yeah, they probably threw it with their hand.
Probably threw it.
Yeah,
just a little wrist.
Yeah, just
wrist throw.
Who gets the shit, you guys?
Okay, I'm sorry. We're listening.
Getting
we're live.
caught up in the details like a real journalist, but I need you to be a listener.
Well, I just want to make it clear. You did say threw an arrow.
Oh, God.
But Mr. Possum here said threw an arrow. Like he assumed the arrow was thrown.
I don't know how human weapons work. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is in this nightmare, someone deflates Garfield and all this hot cat meat falls out onto the streets.
Okay. Yeah.
And I woke up not feeling good.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
What do I do with that?
I will tell you. In my spare time, I like to decipher dreams. Here's what's happening. You're afraid of the future. And your diet is poor, and you're afraid that one day you're going to get blown up with helium, as we all fear, and you will be a part of some type of party that lasts for way too long and leads to a big meal. Now, I will tell you, that's not the way that most things happen in life, but for you, you got a shot, so keep working hard and you'll get your chance. Back to you, Kirk.
So your interpretation is that I'm afraid of turning into some kind of a Thanksgiving turkey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that, speaking for Big Hal, do you mind if I speak for you?
Speak for me by all means.
It's probably a good thing. That's my Big Hal, yeah.
Oh, my God, that's so charming.
Oh, and I do impressions, too.
He turned my head right over.
Wow.
Back to you, Kirk.
Wow. So you've said a lot of things that I kind of want to back up and go over them point by point.
Sure,
you mentioned for a moment that all people are scared of being blown up with helium. Now, you mentioned that as like a common fear that people might have, that they might be inflated with helium. Do you find that is that? Let's just poll the crew here.
Sure.
Is it a common who in this room finds it to be a common fear of their own to be inflated with helium?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I'm in the minority. All right.
And it's tough being a minority, but we won't talk about that because it's too cold here.
Yeah.
It's freezing, and, but I will say this. You've heard the old saying time and time again, you wear a coat so you don't float. And that is in direct response to everything that happens with helium. You understand that? So, because helium is so prevalent, it's one of the four major food groups on the basic table.
So, elements.
Yeah.
I think you meant elements, right?
Basic food groups on the table.
On the food table.
Yeah, if you look on the food table, you've got bread.
Table.
Yeah, bread, cheese. Eat your bread and your cheese, kids. And you also have helium. So, if you are worried about being blown up, as I am, here are some safety tips that you can follow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Safety tip number 1. Wear a coat so you don't float. Safety tip number 2. Hold on to things tightly.
Yes.
And safety tip number 3. Make sure that if you're around helium, don't be.
Or certainly don't like put your mouth on the helium, like the little helium.
Oh yeah.
There.
And people think
you don't want to put your mouth on that.
Yeah, and we have an expose coming up on that where people use their voice to change octaves, but really what they're doing is flying up into the air. Back to you, Kirk.
Whoa!
All right.
Pitt Beauchamp.
So people think that helium raises their voices, but what's actually happening is you're having some kind of hallucination from floating up into the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
100%.
Interesting. We're learning a lot of interesting things. Like there's a food table with 4 elements on it. One of them is helium, and then there's bread and cheese.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Kirk?
What Kirk say?
Kirk said, Big Hal doesn't know about the food table.
He's so dumb.
Yeah. And so he was, what was that, Kirk? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Get his ass, Kirk.
Really doesn't matter what we do on this show. I'm going to get guff. Even if we have some kind of deranged parade correspondent on here, I'm still going to get guff. No matter what. No matter what.
Go to Texas Roadhouse for the finest guff in food dinery.
Oh, Texas Roadhouse still got them guffin muffins?
Yeah, they still got guffin muffins.
Oh, yes.
You tired of your muffins not tasting guffin enough? Go to Texas Roadhouse.
You take a bite of the muffin and then you can still throw it on the ground.
Step on all the peanuts you want.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Love
All right, Unthinking Oaf wants to compliment Pitt on Pitt on his blue gloves.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's freezing. These gloves actually aren't blue.
Jay Chiz is totally on. Jay Chiz is on Team Pitt. He says he's got a microphone. He must know what the hell he's talking about.
That's right.
That is true.
Fair.
Patrick Swain, toot to you, Patrick, if I've not tooted at you before. Susan has no time for floating. Susan has no time for that.
What was that, Susan? Yeah, no, that's actually true. She lost her watch. How did you know that? Yeah, she had an Apple Watch and it floated away.
Wow.
From the helium.
No time for floating.
Delightful.
Technically true.
Just
didn't know-
delightful.
She lost her Apple Watch. All right. Let's see. Delius says, Mrs. Delius has a wife.
It's beautiful.
Can you imagine the kind of guff Delius gets from Mrs. Delius? Good Lord. All right. Mrs. Delius is a physics major. She disagrees with the whole helium thing. Okay. All right.
Oh.
I don't want to be in between this fight between Delius and Pitt Beauchamp, so we'll just glide right over that. Picturing the possum parade balloon, and it is a beaut. Stu would like to see you inflated and floating above like a crowd of people.
It's a real beaut until a bunch of cat meat falls out of it.
Right.
We could call it infloated.
Infloated.
We don't even need the word flated.
You ain't wrong.
Now, here's a name in the chat. Swapping Spit. Toot toot, Swapping Spit. Terrified of it. Now, that's terrified of being inflated
There
with
you go.
helium, I believe.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Common fear.
Loves spit. Loves tasting other people's spit.
Not so bad. It really depends on the spit you're getting.
Yeah. And the mood.
And if you can't get the spit you want, love the spit you're with.
The mood is big. The mood is big when it comes to swapping spit. And then, let's see. I know I wear a coat to bed to avoid being to avoid floating away.
Yeah.
Big nods from Pitt Beauchamp there. That's the
Pitt
way.
Beauchamp here.
Yeah.
Ha!
You wear a coat to bed?
Wear a coat to bed. Wear some blankets.
Do you hold that microphone when you sleep?
Oh, yeah. No, this is attached to my hand. Yeah, no, this never leaves. I'm almost like a Muppet, what without the people underneath me. What'd you say, Kirk? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, Kirk's a big fan of the Muppets, too. Yeah.
All right. Stude says helium is the most noble of the gases.
It's true.
Most noble.
Yeah. You think about the food table. Ask yourself that question. What's most noble on the food table? Bread, cheese, or helium? One has 2 letters that describe it. The others have multiple. Mm-hmm. Think about it.
Is Abe Lincoln in that food table? He was noble.
Yeah. So it's bread, cheese, helium, and Abe Lincoln is the food table.
Yeah.
And you can't get good Abe Lincoln anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse.
They smoked him and they sliced him up real nice and thin for about 100 years, and then you couldn't get him anymore after that.
Man, can you imagine if they cloned Abraham Lincoln based on some of his old hair, and then we just started cooking Abe Lincoln meat?
We would have barbecues where we just spit roast Abe Lincoln out in the backyard.
And have an apple in his mouth.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
I can imagine that. I can imagine that pretty easily.
I'd have a bite.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who would?
Who would? A tasty meat.
A little taste of history right there. Little, like you'd find out what Abe Lincoln tasted like.
I bet he tastes smoky.
Oh, I bet it will.
Yeah, no, they're having a great time here. They're just talking to each other about Abe Lincoln meat.
All right, Unthinking Oaf says, Big Hal, the greatest getter of guff. Thank you. That's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me in the chat. I'm going to be smiling for days. Hojo says, 'tis the season for guff giving. No, that's true. That's unfortunately true.
Yeah, it appears that they're just talking to a computer. I'm not completely sure why you have me here, Kirk, but I tell you what, it is freezing.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you why we have you here.
Passive-aggressive guff from the guest there.
In just a
Kirk,
little bit, in probably
yeah.
about 15 minutes, Big Hal and I are going to build a gingerbread house together.
All right!
It seems as if they're going to build a gingerbread house and Christmas is going to be safe. I can't wait to see it.
And we'd love it if Pitt Beauchamp would commentate on it.
Oh, absolutely. No, Pitt Beauchamp is here for the commentating. Or the commenting.
It's a pretty chilly night down here in the void for us to build a gingerbread house, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
We are going to treat y'all to the best gingerbread house we can build.
Now, Pitt Beauchamp is obviously a famous commentator, but we had him on the show not just to commentate on our little candy house, but get to know him a bit. And I think the best way to get to know him is to play our game.
Oh, yeah! Let's play our game, our favorite game.
It's called I Can Live With That.
We're going to play a game. We're going to play a game of some sort.
This is a game where we give you really bad scenarios and you got to make it okay for yourself.
It's tradition,
just like real life,
unlike any others.
It's like Would You Rather, but you don't have a choice.
Oh, right! I'm excited.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
Well, I've got one.
Okay.
I've got one, and I'm gonna give it to. Let me see. Which one should I give to?
I'll rather have the one on the left.
I'm gonna give. I know. I'm going to give the first one to Mr. Possum.
All right.
Here's the first one.
Playing a game, but it skipped me the first go-around. So let's watch and see what happens next.
Every fart you got to do comes out your eye sockets, and it blows your eyes out of your head.
Is that completed?
Every fart you do comes out your eye sockets, and it blows your eyeballs out of your head.
Now, okay, I've got some questions. Mm-hmm. When the eyeballs come out, do they dangle and Google?
They dangle, but every time, so there's a limited number of little danglies that hold on to them, and every time you fart them out, one of those snaps on each eyeball.
All right. It's a limited.
You have a limited number.
There's only so many times.
So I can only toot so many times.
You can only toot.
My eyes are out and they ain't coming back in.
Right.
How many toots I got?
You mean how many danglies do you got? Like how many things, how many nerves that hold your eyeballs in?
How many farts I got in me that I can just still do without losing my eyesight?
Oh, I mean, I think I'd say you have about 50 nerve endings in each eye.
So does one fart equal one nerve-ending blowout?
Yes.
Or does a big fart maybe take out 5 or 10?
A very, very big one would certainly do more damage. But I can't control how many nerve endings they knock off. It's just on average, usually takes out one.
Now, do they sound like farts?
No. They sound like a banshee screaming in the middle of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Super
They're
loud.
extremely loud. They're very loud.
Do they smell like a banshee or like a fart?
No. No, they smell like it smells like a cinnamon raisin bagel toasting.
Delightful.
Yeah, that part of it's good.
Well, I gotta be honest. I know that we're supposed to be given a bad scenario, but all of this, every single bit of it sounds delightful. You got a hard job to try to make this bad for me.
Well, I mean, you will be blind shortly.
I can barely see right now. I got that bog vision.
You do have bog vision, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't have given you this one. So you don't care about your eyes.
Well, aesthetically, I'll look like more of a ghoul if I have, eyes hanging out on my cheeks.
Right.
I don't love that. This is my moneymaker.
Yeah. And you do operate more on sense of smell, right?
Yeah.
So eyes maybe aren't as important to you.
Not really, but I don't want to walk around like a ghoul. So I gotta make this okay. I now look hideous. I can't see no more.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's gonna be asking, how'd you lose your eyes? Oh, I farted too many times.
Right.
What's that?
That's embarrassing.
I farted out of my eyes. Believe me, they smelled good. Who cares about that story? So I can't really tell that story, make money on it.
You can't go on Ellen with that story.
No.
Right.
I can dance in and tell them about my googly eyeballs, trip over an audience member.
Yeah, they'd freak out. They'd really freak out, and then you'd have a story nobody wants to hear.
Okay. Now, let's say I replace my eyes with some fake eyes. Do I still fart out of my eye sockets?
Yeah, and they come out at the speed of bullets, kill anybody in the vicinity. They ricochet off of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not
So
gonna
you're
have
like a
glass
murder
eye.
machine now.
No, I don't want to be a murder machine.
Okay.
I'm going to put a couple of uncooked, a couple of wads of cookie dough in my eyes so that when I do fart, it'll smell like the cinnamon raisin plus cookie dough and it won't hurt nobody. I can live with that.
All right. All right, you get it? Do you get it, Pitt?
We're back from our commercial break. It was, you missed a good time. We are back, and I am about to play a game called Can You Top This? And go.
Oh, Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt Beauchamp here.
Now, Mr. Possum, do you want to give one to Pitt? Do you want Pitt to give one to me?
I'm ready.
Where do we go?
I'll give one to Pitt.
Give one to Pitt.
Okay. So your fingers are thick, toothsome noodles.
Okay.
Pasta fingers. Mm-hmm. And every time you get sexually aroused, these things whip around real bad.
Uh-huh.
They're dangerous.
Uh-huh.
You ever been slapped with a wet noodle?
Yeah.
There's your scenario.
Okay. So, Pitt Beauchamp here. I've got finger noodles that get really, really wild when I get kind of loosey-goosey.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask a question. Does this happen all at the height of my arousal or at the beginning of my arousal?
It's like...
Good question.
Beginning-ish. Like when your little guy down there is kind of getting to drooling.
Yeah. I must say, my
not everybody
guy
has that problem.
Never drools ever.
Now, can I ask you a question, Pitt?
Yeah.
Now, what would you say? What was the situation you were the most aroused in? Because I imagine it was a parade scenario.
Oh yeah.
Like I imagined you were, like a Thanksgiving Day parade or something of that sort.
Yeah. The Pointer Sisters came out, and my God, they looked average. And I tell you what, the voices that came from their mouths were similar to something that I had heard from a Pointer Sister song before, and I was not prepared for that. Right. So here I am.
Well, it's all pre-recorded, all the music.
So here's the deal. I am there, right, at the now this is in Sheboygan. They have a parade.
Sheboygan.
Yeah, they have a parade in Sheboygan. It's a beautiful parade. It's near Thanksgiving, but it's not. It's called the Festival of And so we're there, and there's plenty of lights and fervor. And Pointer Sisters. They come out, and I see them, and I say, hey! And they said, look at that man, he's pointing. And right then...
Right. That was the moment of your life.
Had you ever heard the Pointer Sisters say the word point before?
True.
Wow.
See, that's when your noodle hands would go nuts.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying, is that I needed to know if it was at the Pointer Sisters level of height of excitement, or if it was just at the height of excitement where you're just at home crying in a corner.
Well, it's sexual arousal, Pitt. I don't know.
What was that? Oh, so this is sexually specific?
Yeah.
You lost your hat. Hey, now Kirk said that he lost your hat. I don't, yeah. I see it. Yeah,
it falls off a lot.
It's fine. It's fine. Noodle hands. Let me ask this question. It's a little... It's vicious. Now... Let's say with noodles, right? I have these noodles. Once, is there any way that the noodles harden? Because noodles do get hard.
No, they're always soft and cold and wet.
Always soft, cold, and wet. Now,
it's one of my favorite Prince songs, "Soft and Cold and Wet."
It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Now,
love it.
When can they be used sexually? Because I can think of a couple ways where that wouldn't be such a bad thing.
I mean, you could slap somebody's ass with them, but
All
you
right.
ain't putting them in nothing.
I can live with that!
Pitt Beauchamp!
Pitt Beauchamp!
Can we just go over, we got the food table, we got the list, we got the elements and all that. We got the best the parade stuff. Pitt, can we describe what the best sexual scenarios under which having noodle fingers would be?
Absolutely.
Can you give me your top three? Top three.
Finger noodle. Yeah.
Finger noodle.
Yeah.
Finger noodle. That finger noodle is what you have.
Yeah.
What are you doing with these finger noodles?
Fingering finger noodles.
You're fingering more finger noodles?
Oh, yeah.
You found other people like you and just taking your wet noodle
Coming together. Yeah, this is similar to, like, if you remember in the movie Independence Day, when the alien woke up and he saw the president in front of him and his hair went kind of crazy behind him, like that, finger noodles. Same thing. So, like, if he had another alien to connect with, they'd be doing it big time. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, so that's one of them.
I like that.
That's one. Slapping ass for sure.
Slapping ass.
Yeah, if there is an ass worth slapping and you have finger noodles to do that, fantastic. Good movement.
I think it would be good. I think that would be fun.
Yes. Cat of nine tails.
Yeah. How about kind of some choke sex?
Well, it's hard to do with wet, moist noodle hands, but yes, no, I mean...
You just tie it up.
If you tie them up and they don't break, do they break? I never asked about that. Do the noodles break?
That would be something you'd want to know.
Very strong.
Oh, strong noodle hands, I'm choking everybody. Back to you, Kirk.
Please, somebody clip Mr. Possum going, how about some choke sex? that I want. That's a clip that we need to have on our site. How about some choke sex? All right.
We're having a fantastic time here.
All right. So, Pitt
Beauchamp here.
Do you want to suggest a scenario for me?
Sure. 1 second. Susan said she has one. Susan? Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Now, let's say your facial hair constantly blew up, like it got bigger, like not exploded, but it constantly got bigger to where it eventually covered your entire face.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, so far we're cool. But then when it got too big for your face, it would try to take over your face and become you. Right? And once it did that, Susan? No, you're not making much sense. I don't... Okay, so here's the deal.
Blaming this on
your
Susan.
face is, it's getting overtaken by your facial hair.
Ooh.
And it starts going into your mouth.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Right? and it's trying to suffocate you so that it could show you who's the dominant one. Here's my question. Are you happy with that?
He gets it. He gets it.
We're playing a game of Are You Happy With That, folks? No, I'm not happy with that. I don't see how. I don't like the idea of my beard attacking my mouth, trying to choke me. That sounds really bad. So I would clearly have to take some steps to not be strangled by my own beard.
Well, here's the thing. Every time you cut it,
sounds quite frightening.
Every time you try to cut the beard, it cuts you back.
What's that mean?
Yeah. That's the thing we gotta. What was that, Susan? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it grows deeper?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's gonna cut you.
It's gonna go all the way down your skeleton.
Now,
it's gonna cut you to the bone.
Let me just ask you.
Remember what happened to the elephant man?
He choked on his own beard?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're gonna die like an elephant.
I'm gonna die like an elephant who choked on his own beard. So, let me ask this question. Let me just skip to the end on this one and say, am I definitely going to be killed by my beard in this scenario? Is the beard going to win no matter what I do?
Eventually.
Eventually the beard is going to win.
Can you live with that?
How long until the beard chokes me out entirely and kills me?
Well, you can delay it by cutting it, but it's going to cut you every time that you cut it. So,
I'll delay it as much as I can.
Yes. So
how long do I have?
You have about a month.
About a month. Wow.
You can do a lot in a month.
You can do a lot in a month.
Not without a face. Isn't that right, Susan? Yeah. Not without a face. That's her catchphrase. Not without a face. I'm Susan Wright. That's it.
It finally applied this time.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. She works
I don't know where to go with this one because it doesn't sound like I have any options.
No, you got plenty
what
of
happens
options.
if I set fire to it?
If you set fire to your beard, you will obviously catch on fire part of your beard.
Big Howard,
Yeah, but
you're stuck with this thing. Getting it off your face ain't gonna happen. How are you gonna live with it? How can you
what
make this
happens?
into a positive?
What happens if I put a breathing tube down, an apparatus down my throat? Do a little something like. Stuff a breathing tube down my
one more time. Can you show me the breathing tube? Because
if I do a little something like and like make it go all the way down, all the way down my throat.
All the way down. Yeah.
All the way down into my lungs.
Into your lungs.
Right.
Will that help you to breathe?
Will that help me to breathe? Will the beard attack me?
Absolutely, 100%. And I believe that would give you at least 8 years.
You're gonna get pneumonia from that tube.
Am I? What is that? What is that, Mr. Possum?
You're gonna get pneumonia from that tube.
Wow. But I can live with pneumonia.
Some people can out the week.
Well, I'm pretty strong. I'm a strong guy.
I don't know.
I'm all right. I'm just gonna put a tube down my throat, down into my lungs, and you know what? The beard can have the rest of me. I don't give a goddamn.
Fantastic.
I can live with that. All right, so it's time for a break, folks.
We're gonna show a little song, ain't we?
We are. We're gonna show a little song to everybody. So, we're still. Let's see. Not much action in the chat during that one.
They're just listening, Big
They
Hal.
were just gonna see what could Big Hal to do to get himself out of this scenario.
Maybe they all went
And
to
it
the
turns
bathroom.
out he wants to shove a big tube down his throat.
Now, right now,
So-
he's just talking to himself, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back from this little break.
No,
We're gonna
he's a
make a
possum.
gingerbread
He's a
house.
legitimate possum, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Hal Dottie is gonna play a music video.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes,
This is
that's
the
what we're
time
doing.
for you to go to the bathroom.
Hey,
and
stop it.
maybe
No, this
go
is the
take
time-
a break from the TV. This ain't nothing.
This is the time for you to watch.
Sure.
I know
or-
you gotta pee.
This is
Come
the
on.
time for you to listen. I can't find the dang song on here. Oh, there it is.
Give
There
up.
it is.
It's not worth it.
All right. So
Found it.
we're going to take a break. This is a song by myself off of my Christmas album that you can purchase over on Bandcamp, or you can subscribe to my Patreon.
Or you can go to the
Patreon.com/Hal Dottie, and you'll get this thing for free if you subscribe over there. So this is Holiday Man off of Howell Dottie Christmas. Well, the holiday man is jolly and round. He's dressed in red and he's coming to town. He wears a red hat and he wears red pants, and everybody calls him the holiday man. The holiday man has a beard that's white. He comes to your town once a year late at night. He's on posters and sweaters and Diet Coke cans, and everyone calls him the holiday man. Oh man, holiday man, what's your name? What's your name? No one knows just who he is or from whereabouts he came. An ancient visitor who brings gifts to the children, and all we know him as is Holiday Man. Well, the Holiday Man is jolly and round. He smokes a wood pipe and he's coming to town. He watches kids sleep, somehow he just can, and everybody calls him the Holiday Man. The Holiday Man knows everyone's name. He wears a red hat and he rides a red sleigh. He sure looks like he's from 200 years ago, but exactly who he is, no one knows. Oh man, Holiday Man, what's your name? What's your name? No one knows just who he is or from whereabouts he came. An ancient visitor who brings gifts to the children, and all we know him as is Holiday Man. And all we know him as is Holiday Man. All right, we are back. We are back.
So we're gonna build
And we're going to be doing...
build a gingerbread house.
Friends, we are going to be building a gingerbread cabin tonight here on the show, because that sounds real festive and fun. So I purchased I purchased my locally available gingerbread ready to go box, right? Right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. Sure did. Now, a problem I have with this one is that it is, it's like branded. It's like all Wonka brand stuff. You see? It's like Nerds and Sweet Tarts and Runts and stuff. Bottle caps. And then if you look on here, it's got a little cabin on here. And this is the only one I could find. But it's got a little cabin on here, and they put like Sweet Tarts and bottle caps on there, like that's something normal you would do with a gingerbread house. I don't believe that is normal. So what I did was I then bought some some delicious cinnamon Imperials. I bought some Spice Drops. I bought some peppermint candy canes, and I got us some sour gummy Santas to put a couple Santas on our little house. All right. Now I'm gonna open this bad boy up.
That's right, Kurt.
Doing a little unboxing here.
Gingerbread houses were made back in 1843 because people ran out of logs. So they used these.
So look at this.
To build a safe place to stay away from the dinosaurs.
Now here's our goo. We got our goo right here.
What's that goo for?
That goo is for frosting the gingerbread.
Where's the glue?
That's the glue. The goo is the glue.
The goo's the glue?
And then we have some candies here.
Let's just build it.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and build the dang thing.
Let's just build it.
All right. What we got going on in the chat? This is going to go very smoothly. I can feel it, says Stu. I agree.
It takes a lot of skill and effort to do what they're doing. Susan, I don't know if you have hands anymore, but this is something that's going to definitely take hands.
Let's go to that other angle. This is a little jaunty.
Yeah. All right, let's check out this. We got a close-up angle.
Why don't you come over here, Pitt?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, better angle, better shot.
Definitely better. I like that Possum stood up as soon as we went to that angle. All right. So, look at this. We got a little front of the cabin here.
Oh my. Yeah.
So,
Is it done?
it smells really good, by the way. This thing smells dang good.
No. I don't think it's going to work, but he's definitely committing to it. You got to respect that. Hopefully Garfield will fly by anytime soon and release all of that cat meat.
Okay, so this is like the roof right here, right? This is the roof we've got right here.
First gingerbread roof was raised in 1872.
And these are the sides.
By LeBron James.
I think we're supposed to use the goo. So you got to cut.
You got a
I'm
corner
not
off.
really sure what they're doing, Kirk. I think there's probably instructions or directions,
Shit.
and they're not interested in either of that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna cut off a corner so we can make a little squirt gun.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I did it badly.
Oh yeah. I think you made too big of a squirter there.
Shit. Toot toot.
Too big of a squirter. Toot toot. Let's have a toot for squirters in the chat.
Tooting for squirters in the chat seems like it's going well so far.
Here.
They're having the time of their lives.
I feel like we
It's
should
fantastic.
start with like the we should start. Oh, that's
How long
the,
does this thing take to dry, Big Al?
not long at all. All right,
Yeah.
so let's glue this wall and this side together.
Are you sure we're supposed to use icing for glue?
It seems like a bad idea, but I think they're committed.
I think you're supposed to use icing for glue.
Okay.
Look! It shows right here. It shows you use icing for glue. It says that step 1 is, of course, to cut the corner off the bag of goo. Then step 2 is to squirt goo on those little. Oh,
I'm
that
squirting.
looks terrible.
I'm squirting.
Oh, that looks really bad.
Oh!
Let's see that in the close-up. Put a little. Ugh.
It smells good. I can't wait to eat it.
Yeah, you don't eat these, Mr. Possum.
Why?
Because usually you don't eat them because little kids have put their fingers all over them by the time they're done.
The thing about icing is that it's not glue.
Now, can you guys see the really tasteful little stucco work done there on the corner? I'm going to smooth that out.
I don't know, Kirk. I plan on living there when it's all said and done.
Okay, and then
It's going to be delicious.
we got to do the other.
Yeah. No, it's freezing here. They don't care. They are committed to putting this together. Yeah, step by step without reading the instructions. So it's like the worst IKEA project you could ever have.
Want some goo?
Squirt a little goo on there for it, but do it in the view of the camera there because it's real sexy.
They're doing goo view right now. It's really impressive.
Goof troop.
Look at all that.
Sometimes they miss a little
Look
bit,
at all that
but they make it
additional
work.
goo.
They are having the time of their lives. This is fantastic.
Quite a bit of additional goo on that corner.
What'd you expect?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a gooey Louie. Gooey,
All right.
Louie, and gooey.
Folks, we look at this, how structurally sound this is so far.
Yeah, no, this
Okay.
is fantastic.
Hey, Pitt, can you think you can raise a whole family in this house?
Yeah, absolutely. Pitt Beauchamp would raise his entire family of goldfish in that house, and it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
We have plenty of space in there.
I feel like this goo might be a little bit cold because it's chunky. You know how sometimes your goo is chunky.
Yeah, this is going nowhere good, Susan. I suggest you get down here quickly.
I'm having a little trouble.
Yeah,
Don't fuck it up.
yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
It's not my problem that the
Big
goo
Al
is chunky.
is so focused. He's dropping goo everywhere. The intensity, the majestic intensity
All right.
of this country legend.
I just want to put candy on it.
Yeah. Well, we're not anywhere near that stage.
We'll see about that. I'm gonna put.
Oh my God! It's a full It's a full structure.
So far, it's going well. I think the people
At this
are
point,
rented.
at this point, it counts as a structure. At this point, you gotta, talk to the property administrator.
Here's the thing. So this is big house. So the first thing we're going to do...
No, don't you do that. Don't you put nerds in my house.
Put some nerds in there, because a bunch of nerds live in there. That's big house, stupid house filled with nerds.
Wow. A lot of intensity.
Interestingly
enough, this is how
I'm more
Jamestown
mad
was
at you
built.
right now than I've ever been at you. I'm so mad at you.
Oh, that's the Christmas season.
Isn't the gooing stuff is your job? You do this.
Jobs
Get
are
that goo
being
on
passed. People are having a fantastic time.
Gooing, come on.
Ugh, look at all that goo.
Oh, yes.
Nobody's willing to taste
Well,
it.
you gotta get it's got to adhere to this side. Okay.
Wow.
Look at
Wow.
That's too much goo.
Yep.
Oh,
That
I've
is
heard
a
that
You know what we
before.
need? You know what we need is like a knife or something.
Yeah, I've heard that before, too.
Okay. Okay.
It looks great.
Look at that.
Let's
That's
plop
bad.
it on. That's a good roof.
Yeah. Look, it's got a little extra
This is horrible.
insulation in
Come
there.
on, giddy up, Jingle Horse. Pick up your feet.
I think they might have asbestos. We're going to have to do some checks later on to find out. But either way, this is spellbinding.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally binding spells right now. This is a Wicca practice from back in 1743 that they did many times, where they were binding spells together to make what looks to be a house.
I'm gonna go ahead and just smooth out a little bit of that goo there.
It looks to be a house, and he's tasting it.
It is tasty goo. The goo is, guys. The goo is quite good.
Take this popsicle stick
Oh,
and
yeah.
smear it on.
All right, I'll do that. Beauchamp is here. He's going to help out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to put candy on it.
Look at that. Look at that. Smoothing it out.
What the shit's a spice drop? You got the stupidest old lady candy.
Those are gumdrops, dude. Those are the classic.
Why's it called spice drop?
Because they're spicy.
Because old ladies get really afraid when you call them anything else.
Because I'm a bit of a heat seeker, Mr. Possum. All right. I think the house is done. I think the house is constructed. Well, now it's got a little goo on the top of it.
You want a rag?
I'm so covered in goo.
This is not a safe structure, but it is good.
I think it looks pretty great.
Sometimes the goal is delicious.
I don't really understand the.
Doesn't look like you understand much, Hal, but you're doing a good job of fighting the good fight.
Well, look at. Okay, so can we all take a little look at how uneven the roof is not really designed right. I don't know if maybe it's the wrong way around.
That's my guess.
Oh, you know what it is that the roof is the wrong way around. Look at there's a little clue there with the shingles. That the shingles, like your average roof, are intended to be facing downward, sloping downward. You know?
Yeah.
You know, Pitt?
Yeah, no, I've said that
Look at
many
that.
times.
Look at that. Look at that. Now we've got perfect. Now it's just like it looks really convincingly like a cabin, but it's like maybe one that got cummed on a lot.
Yes,
That's
the
basically-
cum cabin. Yeah, no, they're having a great time making it. It seems like it's taking a lot longer than what would originally be expected, but the craftsmanship is unparalleled. I mean, it's uneven. If you look at
Now,
it,
Pitt,
it just
did you say craftsmanship just then? Did you say craftsmanship?
Yeah, I mean, I did, but it wasn't me. It was my mouth. You know, we are here and we're live. It's freezing down here in the void.
Pitt, why don't you go over back over to your other location
I would
there?
love to. Moving
All right.
locations.
So
Okay.
here is the beautiful house that we've made. I'm proud to live here from now on.
Get out of the way. I got to decorate the
Oh,
yard.
he's going to decorate.
I got to do some yard work.
Okay.
All right, now look. I'm going to have a garden out front. Can we see that? It's a gumdrop. Now, I'm going to take this. And this is a warning.
Is that like a little sign? That's like that's intruders beware right there? Is that what that is?
Because candy canes have been sneaking into my house. and I need to put a dead one out front so that they don't break in no more.
All right. Well, that looks all right. You know,
More of those would help keep people out, I think.
I gotta kill another one.
wow. You know, if it was just me, I would call this done. But we're gonna put a little more candy on there. You know, just for fun, just for the this is about the season. Let's see. Let's go back to this.
Let's put a weather vane in it.
Oh, that's smart. There you go. Perfect.
Well,
Perfectly done.
sometimes things don't
Here we
work.
go. Let's
Okay.
put a little chimney on there.
Oh! Let's glob on some icing and stick some
You've
bullshit.
gotten so much more quiet, Pitt.
Well, I'm checking the majesticness of the. Am I in the camera shot? Am I in view?
You're not in view at the moment. No.
No,
Shit, I was
I'm.
off camera for about 20 minutes.
I'm confused. Is the deal? And when I get confused, I get quiet because I don't want to ruin the moment.
Sure. Okay.
There's a man who knows how to be confused.
All
I
right.
say.
That is a chimney.
Yeah, it's like a chimney or some
A weather vane.
Okay, so this is a gummy Santa. You know what? I actually want to try these.
How do they taste?
Ooh, that's great. Ooh, that's really good. Jelly Belly, sour Santas. I don't know why Santa is sour, but
He's
I gotta
unhappy.
say,
Where's my goo?
folks, that's a good candy. That is just damn good candy.
Get you some good candy, folks.
I like that we've got a bunch of Santas just stuffed into the top of the roof.
They tried to get in as best they could, but they failed miserably.
They tried to get in through the
cracketh, yeah.
like
Now-
a raccoon would.
At this point, I'm going to try to do what they call on the Great British Baking Show piping.
What's a piping?
I'm going to try to do some piping. I've seen this done on television a lot. I've seen it done. I have a feeling I'm going to be pretty good at it. So piping is when you just sort of squeeze the goo out across the gingerbread house. Now, I think you're supposed to leave kind of a smaller... Maybe, let me try this. Let me see what happens if I... This might actually not work to do this, but I'm going to try cutting a smaller piping hole. Just a tiny little hole over here.
It looks like the possum is taking things off of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not really sure what their plan is here.
Look at this. Look at this. I got a tiny little piping hole. Oh, that's so much better.
Just like Grandma used to do all the time. Piping. It's impressive.
Now, if I can just alert everyone's attention to the difference.
A day makes. Beautiful. Back to you, Kirk.
Right here, just doing a little... Right here, I'm just doing a little old-fashioned piping. I'm going to run into a problem here in a second because of the big hole that Possum cut into the bag.
Oh, there's the problem. It's happening.
Some goo is going to just sort of...
Find its way.
find
Just finding its way.
You know, it's like Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. But let's just put that extra goo on the roof there.
It's a gross roof you have there. It's a gross roof.
Sir, a fine Christmas to you. Gross roof you've got there.
Put some goo in the roof crack.
I've heard that before.
I want to put sirens on top of the house.
Look at this. All right.
This is a
Yeah.
national tragedy. It's one that should really be cared for.
Put some more goo up there, would you?
I'm going to try to do the other side, the piping on the other side here.
Yeah, it'll definitely go better on the other side than it
But
did on the
I
front
tell you
side.
what, the piping seems to have slowed down.
It was piping hot.
I
and
think
now
maybe the
it's
sugar,
not.
maybe the sugar is slowing this. I don't know what's going on here. Oh God, it's coming out fast and furious on the top, and then here. I'm sure you guys want to see every detail of this. It's coming out fast and furious on the old top. But then the little hole that I cut here on the side to give myself a nice little tight little piping hole, there's almost nothing's coming out anymore. So, gonna keep trying. Look at this. It's disgusting.
Oh.
Maybe if I use the, instead of piping, I'm gonna do a little...
Did a little wiping.
Instead of piping, gonna do more stucco work on the outside of the bad boy. Right here. Look at that. That's smart. That's just a good
Big Hal
look.
has officially given up.
That's a good look right there.
It's beautiful, folks.
No, what we need to do is, all right. So it's like it's snow on the roof of the house, right?
Now
What we
he's
need-
trying to make himself feel better,
Can we get? All right.
but he's totally given up.
All right. Chill out, Pitt. Now.
Hey, in the spirit of me, can we make it a gingerbread dumpster house?
Oh, that's a great idea.
I think we're close to that already, folks.
Can we put some of them cinnamon imperials on this right here?
I'd love to put some candy on this house.
Cinnamon Imperials
All right.
fought against the great emperor of China for many years. And now it is here that we learn about our greatest friend.
The proud house of cinnamon.
The very proud house.
Look at that. That's beautiful. It's really starting to cook here.
It's coming together.
Oh my lord.
Can we put a guard dog at the door? I feel scared.
Yeah, what how you want to build a guard dog? Do you want to maybe glue two of them Santas together with this schmutz here?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Make a dog.
I'm going to make you a dog. Here, let's put a little schmutz there on that Santa.
You gotta want it, folks.
There you go.
Nothing has ever come easy in this gingerbread life.
You know, I'm
Little dog.
there's a little dog right there. You can see it. Where is it? It's right there.
Maybe they can't see it.
No, they can see it. Here, I'll give you all a close up of this. I'm very proud of some of the work we've done so far.
I'd like to interview you on the things you're not proud of, actually. It seems like there's the close up here is what's most concerning. I don't know.
All right. I want to commend Mr. Possum though on his candy decorations so far.
He's done
They're
a great
really
job.
great.
He's done a
They're really
great
great.
job.
They're really great.
The one with fur hands is really doing a great job.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's
Who knows what that's for?
That's a choice right there.
It is a choice.
And let's see. Oh, I'm gonna put a little more goo on this side. I'm gonna make a stained glass window on this side.
I think you've
You
done
guys
it
are
all
gonna-
over the house.
You guys are gonna see. Look at this. Hold on.
I'm starting to get a picture of who lives here, Big Al.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's an old shut-in because there's canes everywhere. He can't walk very well.
Yeah.
And he lost his cane on the roof. It's sticking out there.
I'm gonna make a stained glass window out of nerds.
He's a shut-in. He smells like stew.
Oh, you know Stu as well?
Yeah, he smells just like stew.
Ah, man, Stu has smelled like that for years.
I know.
How have you found?
Now, what does stew smell like?
Stew.
Stew.
Unfortunate, like canned water and missed layups.
Okay.
I'm gonna put candy.
I don't know how to
Brandy.
apply nerds to the side of a wall.
They'd hate to hear you say that.
Let's see if I can just do it this way.
Seems as if you should yell dweebs as you do this.
Oh, I think this method is going to work, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the...
Just like Big Hal's house. I think Big Hal is the shut-in. He's a tiny little shut-in. And he's got
see that.
nerds on the inside, nerds on the outside. It's covered in goo. Covered in goo. Got a little sick dog sitting by the front door.
Oh, yeah.
Apply
Oh, yeah.
some nerds to this here.
Generously.
This is my stained glass window.
This is beautiful artwork. Do you all plan on eating this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're definitely going to eat this. Oh, look at that. Got a stained glass window on this bad boy.
Fantastic.
I feel like a giant.
You look like a giant.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Y'all got candy up in here.
Yeah, usually that rhymes, but no, not today.
All right. So, well, I think it looks really good.
Is it done?
I mean,
We hope so.
I think that we have we've unboxed this particular type of gingerbread house. We've shown how easy it is to assemble and decorate. We've made a little work of art here. It's pretty impressive.
Is there any way you could just let it spin? Like if you give it a good tussle,
sure.
It just spin around?
Let's just let it.
Look at that! Look at that!
I think we've done a great job. I think we have a lot to be proud of here with this gingerbread house that we've made.
My wet noodle hands are just a flinging about right now.
I'll bet.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. So give us a toot in the chat if you like our gingerbread house.
No toot.
Now, of course, you should be thinking about doing one of these for yourselves this year.
Absolutely.
What do we think? I'm a little bit on the fence about recommending this particular gingerbread house. I feel like there are elements of it that were not as easy as I would have liked, but at the same time, I'm pretty proud of it.
I think you were held back by the large cut in the goo. I think if you had a smaller cut in the goo, maybe warmed the goo up a little bit before, you could have had a much easier time with that. Outside of the goo, I think you put it together pretty easily.
Now, Pitt brings up a good point. We could have warmed up the goo.
Oh, but goo knows, you know. Who knows I could have gone.
Glad you said it twice to make me realize.
I wouldn't have gotten that either.
Right.
It was very key.
Goo knows. Guess goo.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's a mystery face game.
So, here it is. Here is your 2018 Big Howlin' Possum gingerbread domicile. Looks really great.
Folks, let me tell you. In the summertime, ants come inside your house, and you think that they died. But no, they're just hanging out. If you want to get them ants interested, maybe give them something to do, an activity, a wintertime activity, put this little candy house up and let them crawl around all over it.
Beautiful.
I think that is something we've all thought about a lot, is how to keep our winter ants entertained.
It's true.
And what to feed them. So that's a good point.
Yeah, that is good.
So people are saying, oh, this has promise, and they're saying, oh, it's a good practice gingerbread house. We're getting some words of kindness, but nobody wants to move in.
Oh.
Not yet.
Nobody wants to live here.
Until they see the decor on the inside.
Here's the thing. This gingerbread house is in a terrible neighborhood. I'm not going to try to dress that up for you.
It's rough.
It's made of candy. So.
Yeah. It's a rough neighborhood, that's for sure.
Lots of gangs.
Yeah.
Roving gangs.
There's roving gangs. There's actually a lot of gas leaks in this neighborhood as well.
Oh, yeah.
The pipes have not been updated in a long time.
And your dog is just laying there all gummy.
I feel like it's melting.
Yeah, it's
Can
probably
a dog melt?
It's probably melting. Yeah, the dog is melting for sure.
Dog's melting shit.
Yeah, it's in
a
a neighborhood with a lot of gas leaks. Your dog will melt.
Yeah.
Your dog will melt in this neighborhood. All right, I feel really disgusting. It's time for a break. My hands are covered in this goo. It's really bad, and I want to wash that off. And we'll be back, and we're going to talk a little more to Pitt Beauchamp, and then we're going to eat this fucking thing.
I'm not eating that thing.
You're not going to eat it, Possum?
No, I've got standards.
All right, well, let's see what the dogs are doing. And we're back.
We're back. We're super back.
It's Big Al and Possum. All right, well, we all learned a little something about life, joy, and building a house.
Yes, the joy of building a house that you can raise a family in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a family house.
Yeah, I feel very satisfied, like I've fulfilled a bit of my purpose as a human being because I built a shelter that someone could sleep in.
Wow.
Thing is,
wow.
It's just a bunch of nerds in there. Who cares?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I suppose the nerds care, and I suppose the sorority that's across from them that they're going to peep on, they care as well. So what do we got in the... Stu says, toot toot, love this house. Love this house. Love your boy. All right. Let's see.
Something 915 says Smoketown. I don't know. What's that mean? What's a Smoketown?
I think they're trying to.
I think they're
make an
dissing.
illusion.
I think they're dissing a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Is it smoky?
Either that, or maybe they are doing something illegal in a certain town. I don't know, and I can't comment on that. It is too unfortunate.
Sometimes when I eat something real smoky, like a meat or something real,
sure.
I'll go, ooh, Smoketown.
Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, that is what Smoketown is named for, is that flavor.
Yeah.
That particular blend of mouthfeel and sensation.
Of righteousness.
When you just when you get taken to Smoketown.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to Smoketown, Big Hal?
I go there all the time.
Okay.
I work in Smoketown.
Okay. All right.
I'm an urban lumberjack. My job is removing trees from city areas to create a kind of heat desert so that nobody likes to be downtown. That's my job.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, you know what seems great? We've got leftover runts, and I want a banana.
You eat the bananas?
Oh, I love the bananas. Bananas are so good.
Disgusting. Those are the worst.
Oh, really? Are you an possum?
Most people think that the
real?
bananas are the worst runts. I mean,
Is that for real?
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're the best one by far.
Nobody dodges everything else. Ask the people in your chat.
Oh, come on. That can't be true. That cannot be true.
Dodges all the other runts and goes for the banana.
That cannot be true. They're by far the best run.
That's where the whole phrase,
the best run.
The runt of the litter
That's
came
exactly
from.
where it came from.
Now, I'll tell you what. Now, I'll tell you what. I am a fan of the yellow starburst, which I recognize. Nobody likes the yellow starburst.
So far, you like all the candies that nobody wants. Were you an only child, or what's the deal?
No, I was not an only child.
You had other Big Hals with you?
Oh, there was a bunch of us. There was a big crop of us. There were actually 4 Big Hals. We were all born at the same time. We were all named Hal, and the other ones were all killed just various different ways.
That's a beautiful story.
And I'm the only one who survived, and I'm surprised because I seem to recall as a child everybody fighting over the banana runts, but
no.
But that's so nobody likes the banana runts. They're so good.
Nope, nobody thinks that.
They got a real good flavor to them.
Oh, well, you got one agreeer.
Really?
2 of them. They're 4.
Banana runts are the best, says Stewed. Absolutely. Thank you, Stewed.
What is this shit?
That's a donor, too. That's a donor to our feed.
I've eaten bites of casserole out of my
Absolutely
own
best runt is banana. Thank you, thoughtful oaf. All right.
Is that real?
Yeah. Love the yellow Sour Patch Kids as well, says Stewed.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know I'm not really a Sour Patch child.
He was trying to get on your side, and you just...
Hey, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying I don't have the experience. You know what I do love, though? Is these cinnamon Imperials. Aren't these great?
Are you an 85-year-old retiree?
Yes.
You eat the
Are you
most...
suffering from mesothelioma?
Do you need help?
Coincidentally, yes.
Have you been hit by a mesothelioma truck? Would you like to get revenge on mesothelioma?
These have such a good spice pack to them. They just fill your mouth with spice, right?
Are
away.
you wearing old lady panties right now?
Okay, one final
First of all,
question.
what would be wrong with me wearing lady panties?
Answer the question, Big Al.
Maybe I am. Maybe you should try one of these delicious. Just try one. Just put it in your mouth.
No.
When's the last time you had one of these?
Earlier.
Pitt, have you had a cinnamon imperial recently?
I don't remember. No, I honestly, I've never. I don't.
Here, let
remember
me put a few in your little
That's
blue glove.
I bet those things taste like complaints to the manager.
Let's see.
I love them. I think they're great. I think those are great. That's a great candy right there.
Man, that reminds me of my granddad for a
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's an old people candy. That makes sense.
How do you feel about Werther's?
I enjoy a Werther.
Yeah, you do.
I will eat a Werther.
Oh, yeah, you will.
And you know what I love about Werther is just savoring it and just letting the day go by while you
just
suck on
over
it.
the day.
I love that feeling of everything slowing down and me just having a Werther and the troubles of the world and young people walking by don't bother me as much.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about a Werther.
Pitt, I'll tell you a true story about Big Al and Werther's. There's a young boy who lives in the neighborhood,
Okay.
and he mowed Big Al's lawn. He did it real good.
Yeah.
Did a great job. Didn't leave a blade of grass unattended. And so Big Al says, come on up in the porch. I got something for you.
Yeah.
So little boy comes up in the porch, and Big Al reaches into his old tin and gets the Werther's out and hands it to him, as you do. And he takes it in his hand, and he unwraps it, and he puts it in his mouth. And he said, Big Al, this is good. Thank you very much. I feel like I appreciate it. And he says, you're welcome, son. And then he takes a big old bite out of that Werther's.
Ooh.
Crunch.
Ooh, crunch.
Birds flew out of a nearby bush.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's loud.
And Big Al said, spit it out.
Whoa.
Spit it out. He straight up turned on him. He said, you're not meant to bite it. You're meant to give it suck. And that boy cried all afternoon.
Yeah.
But I think he learned something about how to eat a Werther's.
I think you learned something too. I think I was just real with him.
You're meant to give it suck.
You're meant to give it suck. That is true of Werther's, and that used to be their slogan back when I was in Korea.
Yeah.
The Werther's, when you would unwrap them, inside the wrapper, it would have a big warning inside of it.
Yeah?
That would say, you're meant to give it suck.
Yeah. The English in that is sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when people put this is meant to be listened to on vinyl.
Yeah.
On an album.
Similar thought.
Similar to that. When you'd open up a Werther's, it would say, this is meant to be given suck.
Unthinking Oath says I like to put a handful of Werther's in the bottom lip like chew.
Oh, wow.
Or chow, he says.
That's good. That'll last you a good long time. You can get through a
take a
shift.
while.
You can get through a shift at work. You can cut down 10 trees with Werther's in your lip like that.
Well, yeah, it's like a little friend hanging out in your pocket, but the pocket's your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Well, the mouth is one of nature's pockets. That
You're
is true.
telling me?
Yep.
Shit.
It's
Amen.
one of the better ones.
I've got a slimy pouch myself.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple slimy pouches. I don't have the marsupial pouch that you have.
Yeah.
The convenience. I don't have the convenience of a marsupial
Do you
pouch.
have a marsupial pouch?
Yeah, I got a pouch.
Huh.
Yeah. I can't. Sometimes
You
I'll...
didn't find out about that on your vacation.
No. The vacation was in the beautiful town of Branson, Missouri, and only had
Branson, Missouri.
5 people.
Yeah. Wow. Let's check out these bottle caps. Let's find out what these are all about.
Are they actual bottle caps?
Oh, no, sorry. These are the Sweet Tarts.
There you go.
Excuse me. These are Sweet Tarts. I don't care. There's not really much difference between the Sweet Tarts and the bottle caps, if I recall correctly.
I do like the end of. Do you do this at the end of every show, where you just taste old people candy?
No, we just have a bunch of candy from the gingerbread house, and I think
this
we should talk about it.
I don't know if you've done this before, but you should definitely start doing this.
Yeah, let's just go over
reviews
candy
of old
review.
people candy.
Well, it's also a candy review. It's also like a it's also like a roundup. Candy.
It is.
This is a segment we like to call Candy Roundup.
I bet you there's no other shows that do this.
No way.
Oh, you were supposed to do like a little funny voice into the mic and go Candy Roundup.
I was.
Yeah.
I had a Santa stuck in my teeth.
Happens to the best of
The
us.
Santa candy is too fleshy, as you might imagine.
I disagree. I liked it a lot.
It's stuck in my teeth. This flavor is not the greatest flavor. It's just kind of a, it's kind of a 3:00 p.m. cherry flavor. Just kind of, this is okay, or I could go to sleep. It's not very good.
So bottle caps do taste quite a bit like Sweet Tarts.
What would you say is the major difference?
The major difference is you end up with like a soda kind of thing going on in your mouth.
Okay.
Like you get a little taste of root beer, or, a taste of, it's like a, it's very, it's soda.
Is it fizzy?
Not as much as I recalled occurring in the olden days when I would eat these, with my military unit in Korea.
Yeah, back when you were a young man.
Here, why don't you take a bottle cap?
Take off my gloves here.
Wow, it's not too cold for you to take that glove off?
No, it's freezing, but I feel like that's the only way.
So that's the Sweet Tart, and that's the bottle cap. You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out the difference right there.
Big Al over there like not so thin Lizzie. I mean fizzy. I blew the joke. Damn it! It was super good if I didn't mess it up.
I mean, yeah.
So thin, fizzy.
It was great that you called me not so thin. That as long as you got that out.
That was a big part.
Nailed that part.
Yeah, you nailed the part where you called me fat.
I nailed the part that hurt.
Yeah. It's true. That's very true. Can I get another one of them sour Santas?
You want another sour Santa? Not so thin,
I do.
fizzy?
We got so much.
Sweet
now
tart?
this was just on the table, it looks like.
So?
Okay. All right, I'll eat it. Okay.
Want some goo?
Yeah.
Can you just pour the good?
Yeah. Now,
Have a lick.
one day,
I gotta say, this bottle cap is not. It's not doing good stuff. It's not. It's
not
sweet.
special. It's not special. It's not worth it.
It's not sweet and it's not tart. But it does leave you with like an aftertaste of something that reminds you
Of soda.
Of a soda.
Now, I will say, one day there was a boy that came by and he mowed my grass.
Uh-huh.
He did a great job of it. Not a blade of grass was left unkempt?
Unattended.
Unattended. Thank you. And so when he was done, I was so impressed by the job he did mowing my grass that I said, son, why don't you come up on my porch and take a lick of my goo bag over here?
Uh-huh.
And I got out my old goo bag like we've got over here, like we decorated our gingerbread house with. And you know what? And I was holding it up to him, holding it a little bit over his head so that he could take a good strong lick of that goo bag, like you do.
Proud day for him.
And well, it would have been, but he took the whole dang goo bag right in his mouth.
What?
Like a tea bag, he took it down into his mouth.
Get out of here.
And I said, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Other neighborhood boys are supposed to be taking a taste of this goo bag.
Yeah.
I'm not having it the whole thing in your mouth.
Right.
Kicked him right off the porch. Never came back. I kept his lawnmower. So
Solid.
So I came out of the thing. I was able to.
On top.
I came out of it ahead.
So you robbed a child.
Well, he tried to put my whole goo bag in his mouth.
Well, that was rude of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you robbed
Absolutely.
him.
No, I kicked him out of my house, and he didn't come back and get his lawnmower. That's not robbing a kid.
Well, no.
That's not robbing a kid.
He took his possessions.
Will you give the?
I didn't take him.
Will you give
they
the
were
lawnmower
there
back?
on my yard, and he left.
You will not give the lawnmower back.
If he what? Sorry.
Will you give the lawnmower back?
What if he wants it?
If he wants it back?
Yeah.
Well, I already sold it.
Stolen. That's
sold
how
it.
stolen
Sold
works.
it, yeah.
I sold it for goo bags.
You're saying
I needed
sold.
more.
I'm saying stole. It's
No,
two.
I sold it.
Wasn't
sold
yours.
it.
It's tough. Poor kid.
It is tough.
This is actually a
It's
good...
I think it's a gray area in the law. If somebody's lawnmower is on your yard and you've kicked them out and told them to leave, is that lawnmower yours? I think that's a complicated gray area. We might have to get a lawyer in here sometime. talk about that. I think it's I think the law is not clear on that.
Here's the thing, Pitt. Big Al is something of a terrible person.
I've heard.
And we're going to work on that.
It's a bad thing.
I get grumpy around the holidays. And I'm not the best
Here we
company.
go. Here we go.
But Big Al is something of an awful guy.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important to, not forgive him and to not give him any slack. You giving me something? No. Just laying stuff at my feet.
I was giving you the cinnamon imperial.
I think he likes the cinnamon.
I hope you shit and fall back in it, Big Al.
Oh,
Is there a chance of that today?
Wow. Well, folks, I'd like to move on from talking about what an awful guy I am. That seems bad. That seems like a bad conversation. I don't really want to have that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the
poll.
Let's talk about the poll.
There's a poll?
Yeah, we did a poll. We like to poll our viewers and find out what they think about different things.
Okay. I can report on polls.
Yeah, and tonight we did a poll. This is going to take me a second.
We did a poll. It was eggnog versus birdnog.
Yeah.
What's better? We asked people to vote.
Eggnog versus birdnog?
Eggnog versus birdnog. Now, let me just ask you. No, birdnog.
You ever had birdnog, Pitt?
I've never had a birdnog.
It's a savory, gravy type of nog. It's got chicken flavors. Bird.
Is that gravy?
It's similar to a gravy, but it's a beverage.
A gravy drink?
It's a beverage that you drink out of a little short tumbler like this.
Yeah.
Like you drink it like nog, but it's a savory nog, and it's chicken broth based.
I've never heard of this.
You never heard of bird nog?
No.
Wow. Okay. So we're gonna have to treat Pitt after this to a little bit of his first bird nog. It's late in the day for a bird nog. I like it more as a morning beverage.
Well, there's alcohol in it, Big Hal.
Yeah.
You drink it first thing in the morning?
Of course.
That's a red flag for disease.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's what they ask you. You drinking bird nog in the morning? Yes. Oh my God! Check yourself into the old.
I like to take a little bit of the edge off in the morning. Is that against the law? I don't think it is. Is that bad for me? I don't think so. If not, if it reduces my stress throughout the day.
It's just like 200 proof.
All right, I want to say the Facebook. We posted the poll on Facebook. Eggnog versus bird nog, and votes are in. 100% bird nog.
Really?
Yeah, 100% of the people prefer bird nog to eggnog on Facebook.
I've never even heard of this thing.
And let's see. Let's check in on. 2 people voted on Facebook.
100%.
100% of 2 people. Let's check out Twitter. See what Twitter has to say about it.
I don't trust it.
Ooh, classic ratio on Twitter. We got 69% say bird nog and 31% say eggnog. So
wow.
Bird nog is doing well, and that's with 16 votes. That's with 16 votes over there on Twitter. Now, to be fair, Twitter is a site for birds, site designed for birds. It's a site to post bird messages.
Truth.
So they probably prefer bird nog for that reason. All right.
I gotta say, I don't like the taste of bird nog.
What?
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the taste of bird nog.
Can you describe the taste?
I can, Pitt. It's thick. And that means it starts to coat your teeth.
Oh.
And it's got when you first put it in your mouth, you're like, ooh, bird. And then when it coats your teeth, it tastes different.
Yeah.
It tastes like a suffering bird.
Oh.
A suffering bird.
Sad bird.
Yeah.
Like a bird that thought that it was going into the open wild, but really ran into a window.
That's the taste. That's the taste of bird nog. I don't like it. It tastes like a sad old squash bird. And then you get to licking it off your teeth, and it coats your tongue this awful chicken yellow.
I love it. I love being in middle of winter time. Everything's cold outside. You got
your
that
taste buds might be weird.
You got that.
Now.
You got that nice it's like being greased up. It's like having your whole body greased up drinking that bird nog.
Huh.
That's
just
your analogy?
lubing your whole stuff. You feel it down to your very tongue. Just that hot, wet bird.
Does that give you loose poops when you drink a lot of bird nog?
Absolutely. Haven't had a solid poop in years,
Does
Mr.
it kind of
Possum.
just fall out?
Now, of course. Yeah, now, like a bird. That's part of being a bird boy.
Wait a minute. Did you shit on my truck?
Part of being a bird boy.
You shit on my truck, Big Al?
Of course I did.
I saw a big old human-sized bird shit, and I feel like it might have been you.
Yeah. Well, that's just nog and bird nog. Eggnog and bird nog.
Next time you poop in my truck bird-wise, I'm gonna break you. Happy holidays.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Next time. All right. I'll have to find somewhere else to go. So, what is your all's favorite runt? That's the question. Because I've finished off the bananas in there.
Orange.
So now there's orange?
Webster.
Now you're saying, you're saying my
Favorite runt.
You're saying my taste buds are weird.
Agree. You like alcoholic bird drink, and you like banana flavored banana. I mean,
He's
clearly.
the worst.
Now let me ask this: do you just like bananas? in
Orange
general?
isn't super bad, but
I
it's
told
not.
you that.
It's not super bad, but it's nowhere near as good as
No.
banana.
Orange is
Here
good.
you go. Here you go. Have one. Mr. Possum, do you want one of these?
No.
Now, I do like the red ones a lot.
Is that because you are proud of America?
Yeah.
Webster, he's a tiny little runt.
Yeah. The red ones are good. Red ones are definitely better than orange. It goes banana, then red. And then I feel like the grape ones are probably gross, right?
Oh, no,
Aren't the
people
grape
like
ones
grape.
gross?
People like grape.
Some people think that bird nog sounds terrifying. Stu thinks. Also, the root beer barrel is a solid old guy candy, says Stu.
Grape's not too bad. It's not as bad as I remembered.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
People like grape.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that about flavors. When you're talking about the way stuff tastes, someone can straight up tell you that your tongue is wrong, that you're bad,
I
that you
think-
have a bad mouth.
I think
and
you
then
do.
the minute that you taste something that they like, and you're like, oh, it's not too bad. You're like, see,
I never
So
said
he's
that
like,
I like
"See?
grape.
I get it.
I didn't say I like grape. I said people like grape.
People like grape.
You're connecting with other people. Mm-hmm. Not me. I like orange.
Yeah. So if you get a box of runts, you only eat the orange.
Agree
Really?
or disagree? What? Yes.
You only eat the orange from a box of runts.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's Susan have to say about that?
Susan? Yeah. No, they don't have that flavor.
Tell her to piss off. We ain't got every kind of flavor down here before.
She said she would like to try the purple.
Quit touching my face, I swear to God.
I'm trying to put a cinnamon imperial in your mouth.
Ooh,
How's that taste?
I'm gonna bite your flesh one of these days,
Mm-hmm.
buddy.
I think it can happen.
Yeah.
I'm
my favorite-
impressed. What?
Pitt,
Yes.
my favorite candy is when I got my tennis shoes on and I stepped in gum.
Yeah.
It happened on accident. And then I stepped in a little thing of Nerds. I heard the crunch. I thought, oh, I stepped on some festive gravel here. And I did. That's what Nerds are.
That's kind of, yeah.
And I peeled that bubblegum Nerd mixture off and I kind of rolled it into a little sushi. Chopped it up. And boy, is that good.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Taste of the street.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Tastes like gum. I like it.
Okay.
Little road sushi.
Road sushi.
It's not too bad.
It's a sushi. Sushi.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I did there?
Uh-huh.
Sushi.
Sushi.
It's sushi.
Susan agrees. Sushi's good. It also, I believe Sushi used to be a show that was on MTV. It featured a lady from Sweden and a bunch of animals.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Dillis is accusing Pitt of poisoning the candy. He said,
Uh-oh.
get out of the house. Pitt wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Not
nope.
Pitt Beauchamp.
Pitt Beauchamp is too committed to the news.
Stu says the root beer barrel is a solid old guy candy.
Oh,
I agree with
remember
that.
one. That's a good one, yeah.
Oh, you know what's a great old guy candy that
Sure
I
you
really
know.
love?
Positive.
Stew bites.
Kind of takes You take some of the action out of saying something, like of announcing something to a group when everybody's like, yeah, we know. Shut up. Go for it. But I think a Charleston Chew is quite nice.
Okay.
And that is an old guy candy for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys ever had a cold Charleston Chew?
I've never had.
You had a cold one?
I don't think so.
Why do all these old dry mouths like these old sticky candies that pulls their fake teeth out of their head?
My mouth beats yours for moisture any day.
Oh.
I will defeat you in mouth moisture any moment of any day, and you know it. Your mouth is like a dry old wallet. So what point are you trying to make?
The point I'm making is, why do the super old people like all this sticky candy that pulls out their dentures?
Oh, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, that was a good question.
That's a good question. I'm sorry I jumped down your very dry throat there. I'm sorry I jumped down your what's that guy? What's that guy in Star Wars called the pit? What's that pit?
Oh, the Darla pit.
The Darla pit.
Yeah.
I think it's called the Pitt Beauchamp.
Yeah.
That Pitt Beauchamp in
Pitt
Star
Beauchamp
beer.
It's
Rancor, or is that the?
It's a Sarlacc pit.
It's Sarlacc pit. That's what it is.
Sarlacc. What did you say? Darla pit?
Darla.
Who's that?
Just some grumpy teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
That's Daria.
Yeah, it's Daria.
Oh my God, how embarrassing.
Well, folks, it's midnight. It's the end of our show. We never took calls, but that's fine. We wouldn't have gotten any.
It doesn't work right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work right. And that's fine. It's part of nature. I've been Big Hal.
Pitt Beauchamp. Check me out on WNAS News 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock news.
I'm a possum. Check me out. I'm kind of below your sight. Mm-hmm. Don't run over me with your car, your feet, or your kicking foot.
Watch your kicking foot.
Yeah.
Be sure to donate to the show at streamlabs.com/Big Howl and Possum. Thanks for joining us over here on Twitch. We love y'all. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks everybody who joined us in the chat. Toot toot to y'all. Happy holiday season. Happy Hanukkah if that's wrapping up for you. And
keep them candles, dog.
Yeah. Keep them shits lit, like they say. All right. Let's see. Oh, just toot toots. Nothing but toot toots over there in the chat. We're done.
Toot toot! Toot toot!
Big Howl and Possum.
Toot toot!